Well, welcome back, and we are going to talk to you now about things we liked about the cruise on the Liberty of the Sea. Our ports that we went to was Costa Maya, we went to Cozumel, and we went to Belize. And didn't do much at Belize, but we went to beaches on Costa Maya, and also went to beach in Cozumel too. The Cozumel experience on the beach was far superior to the other beach. It wasn't terrible at Costa Maya. It was just a little bit more classy over at Cozumel. And it cost less. Cost less and you got more. So, I don't know. It was, but in any case, we're going to talk about positive things. Now, I am very happy to be able to report that one of my positive things is about the food. Honestly, we said a lot of negatives about the food, but golly, the food's great. There's just little things that, this isn't our first rodeo. I've been on 19 cruises, and Stella's been at 2. But she has an opinion, The food was really good, but the Eggs Benedict was the best I think I've ever eaten. It was delicious. The eggs were perfect. I mean, you opened the egg up and it was yellow. There was no runny stuff in it or whatever. The muffin was nice and crisp and fresh. Didn't feel rubbery. The holiday sauce was excellent. It was just the best I've ever had. It was really great. What about you, kid?
Well, yeah, the stop was really good. One good part, it's not on it's on the boat actually, and it's the slides.
Oh, you like the slides?
Yeah.
Well, tell us about them. What are they about? Which slides are there?
Well, there's 2 tube slides. Mm-hmm. There's an orange one and a green one. Mm-hmm. But they're just like the circular ones, not ones that actually use tubes.
Okay.
But there's an actual tube slide that has a tube on it.
Okay.
And it's blue. And either it's a 2-person tube, but you can go by yourself if you're 200 pounds or over.
Okay.
And it was a really fun slide. Like, me and my friend, we enjoyed it so much, we actually did it 15 times together. Like, we did it 10 times the first day, and then I did it 2 times with my aunt, and then we did it 3 times.
I think Molly enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's great. So the slides are fun. And would you say the pool area was pretty much fun?
Yeah, the pool was good too. The hot tubs were the best part.
Mm-hmm. And I know there were some smaller kid activities, and they seemed to enjoy those too, didn't they? Mm-hmm. We had a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old there, and there were things for them to do too. It was just it was the pool area, especially the kids area, was really pretty good. Not bad. Okay. Well, I'm going to go to my next positive, and that is the entertainment. The entertainment is high level. We saw a show that was a dedication to Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Those guys could sing their butts off. It was just tremendous. The show that they did, and they were funny, and it was just total entertainment. Our seats were good. Once again, we were up in the balcony, but it was just a perfect view to the stage. It was great. We saw a Saturday Night Fever, which was a wonderful show.
That was the best one in my opinion.
It was just really great. And in the clubs, the bands were good. Some were better than others. I personally have heard better piano bars, but who knows? I went one time and I didn't want to go back. So. And always crowded. It seems like the piano bars are crowded. They ought to have a couple of piano bars, maybe. I don't know. But the level of music was very good, and the entertainment in general was good. They had lots of films, first-run films, that you could watch on the big screens, or you could watch in your room, or that actually had a television studio that you could watch films to. There's all kinds of entertainment activities to do rather than just look at the ocean, and that's pretty fun too. What's your next one?
Well, besides the escargot, my favorite thing was, once again, the foods. I really liked the food. Like, one night, I had this pesto pasta, and it was green, and my cousins were like, ew, it's green! But it was actually really good. And another night, I had lobster tails. Those were really good too. And in the morning...
Are you a big lobster fan? Do you like lobster?
Yeah. And the breakfast was really good too. Like, there were pancakes, waffles, eggs Benedict, which was really good. Eggs. All that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you have a steak that week?
Yes, I did.
You had the beef Wellington,
Yeah.
didn't you? Did you like that?
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay. I noticed you were ordering a lot of the same things your mom ordered. But I guess you guys have similar tastes.
I was just looking what looked good on the menu.
Okay, so you think the food was just pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think the level of the food was good. There were a few things I didn't like, but generally, man, you just don't eat that well at home, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my next positive thing was the lighter population. It was only about half full. I think 2,600 people. It made it possible for you to get around the ship in a quick manner. You didn't have to wait in a lot of lines. It was just a matter of go from point A to point B, and you just were there. And except for the elevators, there were no crowded areas. You could go just about where you wanted to in a very short time. And the shows weren't too full. The restaurants weren't too full. Everything, because of the numbers and population. Now, I know that's not necessarily a good thing for the cruise line, but for a traveler right now, this is the second cruise that my wife and I have taken since COVID, and both cruises were reduced numbers. The first cruise was total vaccination, and this cruise was vax and non-vax. So we've been on both, and to be honest, they weren't a whole lot different. We wore masks at the same places. We did the same thing. We just weren't divided up because of the non-vax people. But the lesser number of people really made it a lot more enjoyable experience.
Yeah.
Okay, you agree with that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, what's your next one?
The ports where we got off.
Okay. Well, tell me about it.
They were really fun. Like, when we went to the beach, it was super fun. At the first one, Costa Maya, I got my hair braided. That's why it's
that's
perfect
right.
now.
I remember. Boy, you look good, too.
Yeah, I had all of my hair braided, and that's how it was for the rest of the cruise.
And your cousin had, like, purple stuff braided in hers.
She had fake hair braided into hers.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. And what about the other ports?
It was fun, too. I liked Cozumel, too, because at Cozumel, me, my mom, Gigi, and Molly, we all did this fish foot
therapeutic that's right. The
treatment. And it's where all these little fish eat all the dead skin off your feet.
I know, and somebody told me that, what's that fish that eats people?
Piranhas.
Yeah, somebody told me piranhas are going to be eating your feet. But they weren't piranhas.
They're not piranhas.
But so you put your feet in the water, and these fish were nibbling on your feet, right? Lots and lots and lots of fish.
Yeah.
Well, we may have some video of that we might show too. But anyway, that sounds weird to me. But there you go. But I guess it was fun. Now,
yeah.
Did you get off at Belize?
No.
For some reason, we just all decided to stay on the ship, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, and now, these days, I've been to Belize. One of my most trying experiences was in Belize. I had a round with the rum punch in Belize the first time we went there, and ever since then, Belize, well, they do have good beer, too. So, I don't know what to say. Anyway, well, that's great. Well, my next positive is their new muster drill protocol. For me, it is excellent. I watched the video that you had to watch while I was eating lunch. We'd just gotten on the ship, and we got our food, and we were in the the cafeteria. What is it? What is the name of that place?
It's just the breakfast area,
Well,
but
yeah.
not the dining room.
Right. It wasn't the dining room. Up on the Lido deck. And we sat there and ate, and I watched the video. After we watched the video, you just check off on it, and then you have to go down to where your station is. You just show them your phone. They just check you off, and you're done. It's over. It's the most harmless, expedient thing that has ever been done on a muster drill. That's for sure. So that for me was great because muster drill was never fun. You would get out there on the deck, you'd be out in the sun, you'd be hot, and some idiot would not show up, and they would not do the whole drill until everybody was there, and so it was just never a fun experience. Muster drill, primo. It was good. What's your next one?
The service.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
So, like, at dinner, our waiters were super nice. One of them was, like, doing little magic tricks for all the kids.
Every meal he did that, didn't he? What was his name?
Delphin.
Delphin, yeah, because Locke called him Dolphin. Yeah, okay. And what about in the rooms? Did you feel like your room person took care of everything in your room?
Yeah. She always pulled out the bed on the couch and put it back in for me because I didn't know how to do it.
Uh-huh.
And
Well,
she
good.
always cleaned the room good.
Well, good. So service was important to you,
Mm-hmm.
and sounds like they did a good job.
Yeah.
All right, well, great. Well, my next one was a restaurant, a specialty restaurant that we ate at, and it was kind of an accident. We decided to eat there, and that was Johnny Rockets. I thought Johnny Rockets was worth every cent that we paid. It was something like $6 a person or something. It wasn't real expensive, and it was all you could eat, and it came with free dessert. The food was great. The burgers were great. The fries were great. Everything was great. It was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. The only thing is, on another Royal Caribbean ship I've been on, they had breakfast there, but they didn't at this ship. It didn't open until 11 o'clock in the morning. So, but we did have a lunch there, and everybody ate. And I felt like that the amount of money you spent for it was just not very much considering the service and the level of food you got, and it was just a wonderful experience. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you agree with that?
Mhm.
What did you eat then? Did you have a burger?
I had a burger.
Okay.
I forgot what it was called though.
What was the dessert? Did you have a sundae or something?
I didn't get it as dessert, but my mom didn't finish hers, so I ate hers.
Well, then Gigi got apple pie with cheese on
Yeah,
it.
she got cheese on her apple pie.
I think that's kind of old school. I don't think kids do that. But in fact, I remember my grandma and grandpa used to eat apple pie with cheese on it. But so anyway, that's great. Well, now it's time for your last one, right?
Ah. New Year's dinner.
Ah.
It was my favorite because they had all these like New Year's supplies, party supplies in like the center of the table. And then they had these little fancy menus that were wrapped up in a little bow.
Mm-hmm.
I said like New Year's on the
Yeah,
top.
it was a special menu for that meal.
Mhm.
Right?
It was. And that's the night, I think that's the night I got the lobster tails.
Uh-huh. Cool.
It was really good. It was super fun.
Well, it's great. Now, New Year's, what did you think about being on a cruise ship on New Year's Eve?
It was fun. We did the same thing last year.
Well, it was a couple years ago, I think.
Well, yeah.
COVID kind of got in the way, you know. But yeah, we've done this before on New Year's Eve, and it was really fun. They had parties at like several locations, and it was a lot of fun. Now, I'm not certain, but I think you may have went to bed before midnight.
Actually, I didn't, but Mom did, and we set a timer for before midnight, and we kind of just like got up, did the countdown, and then went to sleep.
Ah, well, there you go. Anyway, New Year's Eve on the ship was just a ton of fun, and every possible party aspect that you could imagine was covered on the ship, including party supplies. You could have Dom Perignon if you wanted, if you could afford it. But they had champagne for everybody at midnight that they brought around for free, or you could buy your own bottle of champagne. And so it was just a really, really great thing. Now I'm cheating because I get an extra like. So I'm going to tell you, I think that the Royal Caribbean app is extremely, extremely helpful. It was a way for us to communicate. We could all talk to each other. Even Stella even is not supposed to, but she found a way that she could get in and communicate through her mom's phone. Something, I don't know what she did.
Well, we shared the same account, so when I texted, it looked like she was texting.
Okay.
But we put our initial at the start of the message.
Okay, so it was a good way for everybody to kind of keep tabs on everybody else's. Hey, where you at? Are you coming down? Are you going to dinner? When are you going to do this? Anyway, we were able to, as a free, well, actually, I think it was I don't know, $1.50 a day or $2 a day.
It was $14 for the week.
For the week, and if you paid that, then you could have free access to this web, which would allow you to text back and forth with the people in your party. Now we had 8 people that were there, and it was very helpful to be able to contact everybody. Unless you're like my wife and her phone is always out of battery, But luckily we were together usually, so we could share a phone once in a while. But there's tons of things. You could make reservations on the app. You can find out what's going on. They had the schedule on the app every day. Now they also had it on paper for the non-technical people, so that you could see it. But there were more details on the app. All the excursions, you could book excursions on the app. You could do everything that you need to do on the ship right on your Royal Caribbean app, and it's very helpful. I think that all in all, maybe you won't agree, but I think it was just a super cruise.
It was.
And we had a great time. I think everybody involved had a great time. The hardest thing probably was driving back to Tulsa from Galveston.
Yeah. Which
is about an 8.5 hour drive. And, well, maybe longer. I have to stop at the bathroom a lot. But in any case, it was a wonderful trip. I certainly recommend it, especially on a holiday. If you did a Christmas or New Year's Eve cruise, I assure you, you will be in a very celebratory mood the whole time you're there. It was a wonderful thing. They're dotting the I's and crossing the T's. I never felt more safe on anywhere. I totally believe that your chances of getting COVID are about 50, 60 times better at Walmart than on a cruise ship. I felt completely safe the whole time we were on there. And it was just a wonderful experience, and I hope to do it again real soon. I guess I'll go in February. Okay, so in any case, this is Yul Hanna at CruiseCraze.com, and you've met my buddy, and we hope to do more cruise videos together. And enjoy this and share with your friends. And it would really appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up and press
the subscribe button.
Subscribe button. Yeah, press the subscribe button. Thanks a lot. We'll see you later.